Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ & Sons and our NCAA 14 Dynasty series, where we are trying to lead the Tennessee Volunteers into greatness, take them back to the top of the SEC, where I think they may have been at one point, probably during the Peyton Manning days would be my guess. All right, so where do we stand? Right now, we are number one in the nation, undefeated, 6-0, but we have traveled to South Carolina to take on the number 22 Gamecocks, the right term. Say easier. That just doesn't seem like the right term. Say easier. That just doesn't seem like the right term. Say easier. That just doesn't seem like the right term. But maybe just not what we had last year. It came down to the end, and this year we are, I would definitely say, a different team as far as our offense and definitely our defense goes. Our defense has been holding up there into the bargain quite a bit, especially whenever we do have turnovers and stuff. But they are doing everything this season. I would definitely say a lot better than what we did last year, especially coming out of our linebacker core. And keep in mind, like I said, you won't see that pretty much because I am the offensive coordinator here at Tennessee. So our focus is going to be on the offense. And we're about to go ahead and get this one started against the South Carolina Gamecocks at William Bryce Stadium. And we're going to jump into it as we do trail here in the first quarter, 6.5 minutes to go. And one of our, I think about our second possession at this point, as we're going to play action, drifting off to the left. Green's going to find Sean Thomas for a big 22-yard reception over the middle. Paul Green, not known for fitting balls into tight zones like that, but he's able to get that first one in. And that will be a 22-yard pickup. We're going to definitely need to see big plays and some big-time accuracy from Paul Green to get it into the hands of our speedy, skilled receivers like Sean Thomas, Ross Lundy. Let's see, who else do we got? Oh, yeah, Smith. We got Dwayne Smith out there. We got a bunch of guys. Bunch of weapons. If properly used, we can be unstoppable. And that second pass is going to go out to Sean Thomas coming across the middle there, picking up a good 5-yard gain. So the first two passes that we do attempt here, both are going to be to Sean Thomas. Both of them will be completed, and we will have a second and 5 now after 27 total yards on the last two plays. So second and 5 from the shotgun. Green's going to hand it off to Anthony Gray, and we just get blasted. That's the type of hit that made Jadeveon Clowney's career, basically, right there. But our helmet stayed on, and Gray has been filling in pretty well for in the season. I thought we'd lose something after we lost Hammond at the end of last season, but Anthony Gray has been, just a top-notch performer. I'd definitely say all season long for us. So now 3rd and 5. Green's going to drop straight back, finds Ross Lundy on the left side in the slant pattern, and he's going to get down pretty much to about what seemed like just inside the 20. So we are in the red zone here at the 19-yard line, trying to get this game tied up. As the first quarter, we are only about 4 minutes left to go. So Green in the shotgun runs a play action, kind of drifts to his right side, fires it over, and that's almost going to be intercepted in the end zone. Sean Harris almost had the interception, their safety, but luckily he was not able to come down with it, and we are still alive on this drive. So here we come now, 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line, as we are going to be in the shotgun once again. Anthony Gray gets the handoff up the middle, big hole to the left side, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of 6 yards on that one. He does have 3 rushes for 14 yards on the day, so averaging just under 5 yards per carry. So that's a pretty good start to the day for him. At 3rd and 4, it is better than 3rd and 8, but still, for a 3rd down, I guess me personally, I'd prefer it be a little bit more manageable than what that is. So now 3rd and 4, Green's going to be in the shotgun formation, runs an option keeper up the middle. He has a blocker. Paul Green's into the touchdown on the 13-yard rush. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Paul Green fighting forward. Followed his blocker, but looking at just lowers his shoulder there at the end. He will not be denied. Drags the defender into the end zone with him. As this game is now tied up here in South Carolina. So on our very next possession, 2.5 minutes remain here in the first quarter. We'll fire it over to Sean Thomas up the middle once again, and he's going to pick up 9 yards on that one. His third time we've targeted him, and he's got 3 completions for 36 yards. So a pretty good start to the day for him and Paul Green and our offense as a whole. So now 2nd and 1 coming in at about it's about a 34-yard line here. Green is going to be in the pistol formation. This time he runs an option keeper once again. He's going to follow his blocker. He's got wide open space down the right side at the 30, the 20. Paul Green at the 10. He's fighting forward, stiff arming. He will not be denied. Oh, my goodness. Paul Green. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What a rush that was. All the way into the end zone. We're talking almost 70 yards. Got some speed, got the opening block by Anthony Gray. That was just beautiful offensive possession, and was able to fight forward and fall down into the end zone, stiff arming a defender, showing off his toughness, giving us the lead here as we continue to try to expand on this lead. So we are at 14-7 here. Now the second quarter is actually coming to a close at this point. We have slowed down a little bit, but we're trying to get something going right before the end of the first half. We're going to fire one deep over the middle. That one's almost intercepted by Brett Smith. Coming out, yeah, he was in his zone coverage, but I didn't think that was really where his zone was, but he made the play to knock it down. And so that does bring up 3rd and inches. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Yeah, you can't believe it when things like, Paul Green's rush happens. And then we went stagnant after that. They read the option a little bit better, playing against us. And so we have had to adjust. So we have gotten a little stagnant, but we are going to have to find a way to get back to our main, offensive style, which is going to be that option play call. That's going to be our main one. Now, the very next time we try to go for who was that off to the left side? It looks like Ross Lundy, but I'm not exactly sure. But he was well covered. Really stupid pass on my part. Probably should not have been thrown. So now with just under 50 seconds to go in the first half, Paul Green is going to be in the shotgun formation with 3 wide receivers. As he scans over the field, he's going to run off to his right side and finally get brought down after a gain of about 5 yards. Thanks to that big-time rush earlier, Paul Green has 90 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the afternoon so far. Big-time performance from him, trying to keep this team undefeated. So now just about 10 seconds to go, 3rd and 5. As the clock was rolling down, we give it a shot deep down the end zone, and that one is going to fall incomplete. And so, Paul Green, 11 of 17, 122 yards and a interception. Not the greatest passing, but like I said, our main style of offense is going to be the option play. The option keepers, option running it, and then eventually getting some play action going to kind of open up for us. Now, Ross Lundy's going to fumble that. I don't even know how the hell that happened. And look at this. They're going to scoop that up, and they're going to take this one in to tie us at halftime. I'm not sure what happened. It looked like the lateral button got hit. Guys, I am playing this on a PS3. Maybe I've had issues with the controller. I'm just saying, I don't know how that occurred to allow them to bring it back tied. So now after that ridiculous mistake, we're going to catch up in this game here at about just under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. After an incomplete pass, our passing game has gone completely off the rails. 13 of 22 now at this point, needing to make a change somewhere. So 2nd and 10, Green in the shotgun, hands it off to Gray up the middle. He's going to lower his shoulder into the linebacker, and they kind of stand each other up. Gray did get, I guess, the losing end of that hit as he does fall backwards, but still gets a gain of 3, which is some positive movement forward. Sean Harris for the Gamecocks on the tackle. That was his 6th of the afternoon. Now at the 3rd and 7, Green's going to be in the shotgun once again. They bring a heavy blitz. We're going to find Lundy off to the right side. He bounces off a tackler, and Ross Lundy comes down with it and gets tackled inside the 10-yard line, probably at about the 9-yard line is how it looked. As he ran a pretty crisp route, and Green fired a very accurate one. That definitely could have gone haywire for us with that defender lurking below. So now with the 1st and goal at the 9-yard line, we hand it off to Anthony Gray. Takes it to the right side, and Gamecocks will chase us down and bring us down. Actually, it would look like a little bit for a loss. Sean Harris on the tackle. And as we now have a 2nd and goal from the 10, it looks like we were at about the 9 before. No, now we're at the 10. So a loss of a yard. It's not really killer, but still not what you want to see. And so now Paul Green gets the snap. And he's going to fire over the middle, and he's going to find our man, Corey Lee, our tight end. He's been kind of silent today as he finds him. Finally, a little bit closer to the end zone, gets us down to the 2-yard line. Not exactly what you want to have. You prefer you get into the end zone, but hey, we will take what we can get. So now 3rd and goal, Green in the shotgun. He scans over the field. He's going to fire it over. That's going to be intercepted. Sean Harris for the Gamecocks jumped up and nabbed that one right out of the air. These are some mistakes that were occurring last year. We're starting to repeat them. But this is a difference maker right here, the 4th quarter. Will we continue to make these mistakes, or have we grown enough to change it? And look at that pass to Ross Lundy. He's going to make a man miss and get 17 yards down the field. And I will say that is what has been the biggest improvement for us coming into this game, is when we get down, when we make those mistakes. One, our defense this year is holding it. Look at that. South Carolina did not score. But 2, we bounce back from those mistakes. As Al Roberts, our backup running back, do a little trickeration. He's going to pick up 11 yards and get us to a 1st and goal from the 1. But this type of response, how we've been responding this year, is the biggest type of change, I think, from last season. And let's see if we can't finish this off with the touchdown. Anthony Gray powers his full way in. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Anthony Gray lowered his shoulder, fought through what looked like the whole Gamecock defense, and was able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. And our defense apparently looks like the second half has been tired. They've been on the field quite a bit. And so South Carolina has taken advantage of it. Can't blame them. They did score and tie us up. But here we are, 3 minutes to go. This is our very next possession, right? This is an opportunity for us to make a statement here. See if we can't get this win. We got a big game coming up next in Alabama. We need to have momentum on our side. And Paul Green is trying to get that developed. Breaking tackles, falling forward. 15 yards on that option keeper. Paul Green, 156 rushing yards on the afternoon. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. As Paul Green has been outstanding in the option game. Last year, we relied a lot on Hammond. This year, I think, splitting the carries between Gray and Green has really worked out to our advantage. And on the very next play, we get Anthony Gray on the screen pass to the left side. Wide open field. Anthony Gray, touchdown, Tennessee. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. There was not one South Carolina defender within 20 yards of him on that one as he just waltzes into the end zone. Now, with that in mind, our defense did give up a touchdown with just seconds to go. So we are going to finish out this game. It looks like going to be tied. We're going to be going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. The big OT here at South Carolina William Brass Stadium, visiting the South Carolina Gamecocks. This is always a tough spot to be in. The visiting team. And a big-time game like this, man, we're talking number 1 versus number 22. This game right here could literally break our season if we can't pull off a win. Now, luckily, we are going to get the ball first to start this overtime, and we're going to need to make some statements with how we get into the end zone. Try to do it quick and authoritative. And on our first play, run a little bit of play action and drop it off to Daryl Smith there. I think I called him Dwayne Smith earlier. But Daryl Smith, as he gets that one, and that's going to pick up a gain of 8 yards, as he has about 44 yards on the afternoon. So now with a 2nd and 2 coming in at about the 17-yard line, Paul Green is going to be in the shotgun, 4 wide with Anthony Gray in the backfield. Wide hole, open over the middle. Anthony Gray cuts it to the right, falls forward, and we're going to get the touchdown, Tennessee. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Gray on that one. Oh, baby, is all I got to say about that. Look at that block right there. Ooh. Oh, my. He did not get in. They did challenge it, and they stopped us short. But you know what? We shall not be denied. Anthony Gray, give him another one. Mark that in the box score right there. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Gray was not going to be stopped. He just wasn't. That last run proved it, but that one proved it even more so. So now here comes South Carolina to take the field here in the very first overtime. As they're going to run an option, he keeps it. He cuts it to the right side. You've got to be kidding me. Letting their quarterback go all the way for a touchdown. Talk about an authoritative offense play. They just ran it right down our throat. So now we're tied 35-35, and the second overtime is here to begin. As South Carolina is in the shotgun, they get the snap, scans over the field, fires it to the left side, and that man's going to be blasted to the ground. Justin Bain got his third reception of the day, and I'm pretty sure he regrets that one for a gain of only 5 yards right there. And now here comes the 2nd and 5 play for the Gamecocks as they get set at about the 20-yard line. This time they are going to be under center as they have a single back in the backfield. And they're going to run it forward just off to the left of center, and he's going to power down. Justin Bain, 69 yards rushing on the afternoon, does pick up a first down. So now with the brand new 1st and 10, coming in at about the 14-yard line, 13-yard line, they're going to be under center once again, offset to the left side. As they run it with Bain once more right up the gut, and he's going to pick up 6 yards this time. He now has 75 yards on the afternoon and a touchdown. So not too bad for him, but our defense definitely needs to get off the field. We've got to do something for these guys. And so now with the 2nd and 4 coming in about the 7, they run the end around, and their man powers it down into our defensive backs, but we are going to bring him down for the tackle. Thomas Leonard just could not break free on that one. And so that does bring up a big-time 3rd and 1 from about the 5.5, about 5-yard line. From under center once again, they send a tight end in motion. Now they're starting to change the plays. They get the snap, fires it over the middle. Man is wide open. Chris Wallace, 5-yard touchdown reception. Carl Battle picked us apart, whether it be in the option, the run game, those last 2 drives. So now here we are, our turn in the second overtime. Hand it to Anthony Gray off to the left side. He's going to pick up 4 yards on that play, giving us a 2nd and 6 at about the 21-yard line. Gray, not that many yards, only 64 yards on the day, but he does have 2 touchdowns so far this afternoon, and we're probably going to need at least 1 more out of him, I would imagine. So now on a 2nd and 6, we fire it over to Ross Lundy on the slant pattern. Lundy coming through with us as he has 78 receiving yards on the day. You know, it seems like he hasn't always been our primary guy this season. Shane Swain's taken that a little bit. Sean Thomas has. But Lundy comes through when we need him. You cannot put a value on how much that helps us out in these games. And so on the very next play, 1st and 10 on the end around to Sean Thomas. He's going to cut up the middle. Sean Thomas into the end zone. 14-yard touchdown run. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Sean Thomas got some space, followed his blockers, and made that touchdown look a little bit too easy, if I must say so myself. And so here comes the 3rd overtime. Now it's a chance for South Carolina to be on the defensive side twice in a row. And this is our turn, our chance to really give our defense some time to rest and put up another touchdown. And if we do, as y'all know, we have to go for the 2-point conversion. That is the rule with college overtimes. So 2nd and 2, run a little bit of play action. Paul Green's going to get blasted in the back. You know, our blocking, I don't know if it's so much blocking as it was that play action. You know, they brought too many guys. They brought 3 guys on the left side. We only had 2 guys to block them. You bring more than what you have to block, odds are you're going to get through. And so here we go. Big time 3rd and 6. Paul Green in the shotgun, 4 wide. Gets the snap, stands over the middle, fires it to Anthony Gray. He's going to lower his shoulder. He keeps his feet moving. Anthony Gray's going to get the biggest 8 yards of the game, giving us a first down on that one. My, oh, jeez, this is too stressful. I got heart conditions, people. I can't be dealing with this. So now 1st and 10, once again, coming in about the 13-yard line after that effort by Anthony Gray. Paul Green's going to run to the left side, stumble, and only pick up 2 yards on that option keeper. He does have 153 yards on the ground today. Keep in mind, Just about a little under 70 of that was gained on one play. So, right? So now 2nd and 8 from the shotgun, 4 wide. Anthony Gray in the backfield. He hands it off to Gray at the middle. Gray keeps lowering his shoulder and powers forward and picks up another critical first down as he's now at 80 yards on the afternoon. 1st and goal from the 3 as we will try to finish this one, give us that lead that we need, and let our defense take their turn. So on the very next play, option keeper, run forward. We get stopped by our own blocker. We just ran into his back, and there's nothing I could do. Bounced off of him, fell down like a fool. And so the score remains 42-42 here in the 3rd overtime, as we do have ourselves a 2nd and goal. But this time we're going to make life easy. Just quarterback run right up the middle, and Paul Green is going to get his 3rd touchdown of the day. He's exhausted. He's worn out. He's not hurt, I promise you, because here we go for the 2-point conversion. The requirement, Green, going to be in the shotgun once again. Anthony Gray to his right side, hands it off to me, finds a hole. Anthony Gray is going to get in there. 2-point conversion completed. We now lead by 8, 50-42 here in the back half of the 3rd overtime, where South Carolina is going to give it their chance to try to tie us now. And they run the ball on their very first play, and that one's going to be stuffed for a 2-yard loss. Our defense is definitely revitalized. Adam Petty, 8 tackles. That was his first one for a loss, but that man has really been a leader for us all season coming out of that linebacker spot. So now on a 2nd and 12, they're going to go under center once again. Heavy set to the left side. As they hand it off to their man, he's going to cut to the right. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Powers through one man and gets finally brought down. Justin Bain. That man's a hell of a talent, I'll tell you that much. Gets that rush, had just a little bit of space, powerful stiff arm, and now South Carolina's got new life in them with a 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Here they come from the shotgun formation. We bring a heavy blitz. They're going to fire, but we're going to tackle that man immediately. Matthew Smith on the reception only is going to get 2 yards. Holding him as soon as he made contact with that ball, we made contact with him and brought him to the ground. So we now have 2nd and 8 here. Carolina is going to be in the shotgun formation, bring a man in motion, hand it off to him on the end around, but there's nowhere for him to go. We read that perfectly. Our defense stands him up, as that one will be stopped for only about a 1-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and 7. So here we go again, 4 wide in the shotgun formation. They send a man in motion. Their quarterback gets a snap. He scans over the field. We don't really bring a blitz. They find him, man. He breaks a tackle, but he's going to be stopped after, once again, another gain of a yard. Our defense is swarming right now. That is exactly what we need to see. And so now here it comes. 4th and 5. Biggest play of the game. They get the snap. He's going to scan over the field. He's got nowhere to go. Throws it the last second. We bring him down. We bring down Justin Bain. That's the ball game. There is no more to this one in South Carolina. We will walk out of here heads held high and victorious. My goodness, Paul Green played a great game on the offensive side. But like I said, you cannot escape the defensive side. Yes, they folded a little bit there in the second half, obviously. But on that final overtime stand, man, they really gave it everything. And we got this game shut down, and we leave out of William Bryce Stadium, number 1 team in the nation, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1 team. That's what we're talking about right here. So with that being said, that brings us into the next week here, okay? And this is the biggest game of our season. Everybody, if you follow the series, you know what Alabama did to us last year in Tuscaloosa. But we will not stand for that here at home in Neyland Stadium. We are the number 1 team, not them. We are the top, not Alabama. This is the time that leadership in this conference has changed. They are still obviously number 5, but they will not be number 1 while we are here. While I am here, Alabama will not take another SEC title while I am here at Tennessee. And we're going to get this one ready to go. I mean, they beat us down last year. But like I said, this is not the same team. I mean, a lot of the same players, but definitely not the same attitude, same bravado. We are battle-tested, multiple overtime games, multiple close games, had a couple blowouts. We keep fighting back. We may be down, but we continue to fight back, something we did not do last year. And I guarantee you, that is something this Crimson Tide team is not going to be ready for coming into this raucous stadium here at Neyland Stadium in Tennessee, as we are the number 1 Volunteers taking on the number 5 Crimson Tide. And so here we are at about the 5-minute mark of the first game as we get the first quarter, as we get this game underway. Paul Green with the option keeper off to the right side picks up 7 yards. And look at that. Green's got almost 700 yards rushing on the season. That's kind of impressive to see. As he gets closer to 1,000, who knows what our offense is going to be like here in the next few weeks as we get near the end of the season. He may get that 1,000. He may get to that marker. We'll just have to see how that plays out. So now 2nd and 3. Green's going to drop back. Fires it over to Daryl Smith. He's going to make the reception for a gain of 6 yards. But we do pick up the first down, and that's going to be the biggest thing with this game. Limit the mistakes and continue to make first downs. Right? That's just what we have to do. Get 3rd and manageable and just make the first down play. All right? We don't need a touchdown every time we snap the ball. And on that one, we will run a play action. Paul Green's going to fire it over. Corey Lee on the right side with the 20-yard reception. Oh, wow. As they let him go on that one. Paul Green rolling out to the right, finds him at the last second, and delivers a healthy ball right where it needed to be. And that will set us up here with a 1st and goal here in the bottom half of the first quarter, getting ready to try to take the lead in this one. We will roll it out to the right side. No one was open, made the smart maneuver, and threw that away. That's something we didn't do a lot last year. Last year, I probably would have tried to heave it into the end zone, but not this year. We're being smarter. All right, we're being better. We are being the number 1 team in the nation. So on 2nd and goal, hand it off to Anthony Gray. Power forward for a gain of 4 yards. Really hit it about the line of scrimmage. Probably shouldn't have gained a yard, but we will manage to get that extra yard, those little extra yards from his effort, keeping the feet pumping and moving. As that brings up a 3rd and goal now from about the 1.5 yard line. As Paul Green gets in the pistol formation, option keeper up the middle. Paul Green's going to get the touchdown, and we will take the lead here in Knoxville, Tennessee, as Paul Green powers it home. As we have started to take it to the number 5 Crimson Tide. Oh my goodness. Oh baby. Oh baby. And ooh, baby. As that Bama will come back and score on us. We can't think they would go away easy. I don't think anybody did. I doubt you thought that. And I sure as hell knew I didn't think that. But we do have a tied ball game. And right now we are looking at just at about the 1.5 minute mark here in the second quarter now, closing out this first half. It has been a slugfest. And Green's going to fire it to Daryl Smith, who's got some space, who's going to be brought down at about the 7-yard line. 16 yards on that catch, as he got some space off his defender and was able to continue to move that forward. That was an impressive route by that young man, and he has been a big stay for us these last 2 seasons. Now 1st and goal, Green's going to roll out to the right side, fires it back over the middle, and that was a dangerous pass. To be fair, I had a guy, I just didn't think he would throw it that bad, but he did. So it is what it is. As we now have ourselves 2nd and goal here from the pistol formation, about the 7-8 yard line. Option keeper. No one's in front of us. Paul Green, touchdown number 2 on the evening. Oh my goodness. Oh baby. Oh baby. Paul Green. What a performance this man is putting down on the ground all season. I tell you what, that is some big time showmanship right there. Now we're going to go ahead and advance our way up a little bit to the 4th quarter. As can always happen with Alabama, your offense becomes a little stagnant. The option play gets kind of taken away from us, so we move away from that into more short passing routes. And as they start to really get into more of a zone coverage, we'll get back into the option patterns. Like we kind of are working our way right now into doing that. So Alabama does have the lead 21-14 at this moment. All right, we are just over 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And we are on a big-time drive right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is a drive that can save our season. All right, our hopes. This is something that if we don't complete this, How can we ever earn the respect of the nation, of the other teams in our conference? How can we pull that off if we actually end up losing this game and we can't continue to bounce back? So now 2nd and 4 from the shotgun. Green gets the snap. Bama brings the blitz, but we fire it over to Anthony Gray, who's wide open. Lowers his shoulder down and is finally brought down after a gain of 7 yards on that one. That was a big-time pickup, giving us a brand-new first down, this time inside the red zone here at the 16-yard line. Paul Green, mistake-free so far, 174 passing yards, no interceptions. That's what I prefer to see. On the very next play, running option keeper, Anthony Gray lowering his shoulder now, not taking no guff off of nobody, as he has 93 rushing yards on the day. Wow, Anthony Gray just knocked over a couple fellers and then is finally brought down after a gain of 8. So that brings up 2nd and 2. He's going to fire it over to Anthony Gray just off to the left side. Got a quick pass off. Saw he was going to be the most likely one open. Just got it to him. Let's get the first down. Let's keep moving. And now we have a 1st and goal here at about the 4.5-yard line for Tennessee. So we're going to be in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers. So we run an option keeper to the left side. Paul Green lowers his shoulder down once again. And this time we're only going to get 3 yards instead of the 4 that we needed. But wow, Paul Green is not, he just ain't going to stand for this losing crap anymore. He's lowering his shoulder. He's being probably the most violent man on the field right now. I could say that. On the very next play, Anthony Gray, he lets him finish it off. And we've got this game tied here in Tennessee, 21-21. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby, is all I got to say about that. And so now, here we are, our defense. I told you they've been doing very well for us all season. They make a stop, and Paul Green's going to pay him back with a possible win as he stiff-arms a man all the way down to the 40-yard line on a 30-yard rush. Paul Green just got some space and got moving. And talk about an authoritative stiff arm, just pure strength. Found the hole, sped through it, and then fought a man off for about 5 yards before finally stepping out at the 40-yard line. That is what leaders do, right? That is why we are number one, that type of attitude from our offensive guys. And so on the very next play, we're going to find Corey Lee, who he's lowering his shoulder, putting some Crimson Tide on their keister as he picks up 9 yards on that play. So we are at under 2 minutes to go in this game, right? 2 minutes for the rest of our lives, as they say in every football game that's ever been made. So here we go. From the shotgun, as we get the snap, hand it to Gray up the middle, powering through, making guys look silly. I don't know who number 6 is, but he ain't strong enough to be out there on that field. As Anthony Gray now tops the century mark with that rush, getting at just 100 yards on the evening. So the clock is continuing to tick at just under a minute and a half here as we will get set 4 wide from the shotgun. Green gets the snap, fires it over to Sean Thomas on the left side, running the slant pattern, gets brought down after a gain of about 6 yards on that one. That does bring up 2nd and 4 from about the 19-yard line. And so we are going to speed it up a little bit. We are going a little bit quicker still with 4 wide in the shotgun. Paul Green back there with Anthony Gray. Hands it off to Gray right up the middle. He's got a hole. He's stiff-arming guys, lowering his shoulder. 10-yard rush as Crimson Tide defenders are just bouncing off the young man as he gets us down to a 1st and goal now. Just at the 1 minute mark. 59 seconds left. Paul Green gets the snap, fires it over to Anthony Gray, and he's going to go down at about the 2-yard line here at 50 seconds to go in the game. And we're going to continue this hurry up as we get everybody shifted into position, get the play called right, 4 wide, shotgun formation. Paul Green gets the snap. There's no one open, rolls it to the right, throws it to Anthony Gray, but he came back to make the catch. You've got to be kidding me. We had Gray, but our pass was just bad enough, and I'm kind of thankful he came back to make the catch because God forbid that be intercepted right there. And so now, under 30 seconds to go, we're at the 20 seconds right now, changing the play. 3rd and goal, Paul Green in the shotgun. He's going to fire it over. He finds Anthony Gray. It's going to be a touchdown, Tennessee. We have taken the lead here with just seconds remaining. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby, take that, Alabama. Put that your pap and smuck it, as they say, Crimson Tide. As they're going to come out, there's 14 seconds left for them to drive the length of the field. Now, not going to lie, if there's a team that could do that, it probably would be Alabama. But let's see our defense, who has held for us in these big moments all season. Let's see them make that one more crucial stop. Let's get over this hurdle on our way to the top of the mountain. So they get down to 9 seconds. He's going to break a tackle. Another one? And they've got the ball down to the 43-yard line. You've got to be kidding me right now. Williams, perfect pass. I mean, you got to give that receiver a run. The run, though. I mean, breaking tackles, all that. 5 seconds left. This is going to be the last play of the game. As they get the snap, we bring a little bit of pressure. They fire it. He's going to make the catch. We tackle him at the 4. This game is over. Tennessee wins. The Volunteers win. Crimson Tide, you are no longer carrying of the throne. Taking out the Crimson Tide. You know, we talk about goals set for the season this year. It had to be beat Georgia, beat Bama, win the SEC, go to a title game. Right now, that's just one more checkbox marked, one more goal off of our list. Paul Green played exceptional on the ground right there for the whole game, fighting through tackles, getting the ball delivered when it needed to be. Could not ask more from that man right there. And then our defense. You know, they allowed that last pass, but thankfully we made the tackle. We could have very easily seen something repeat like it did the last time on that play beforehand where the guy broke a tackle, and then God knows what would have happened if we had to go to overtime. I will take this victory. Sometimes better lucky than good. I will take that any day of the week because it keeps our natty hopes alive as we will continue this fight and this push towards officially dethroning Alabama. We are 8-0, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, that does remind me, hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed already, and hit the little bell notification icon for all notifications of Champ and Son content uploads, and continue to follow our story as we try to get that national championship trophy. Big time game, big time win. Thank everybody for joining us. And if y'all could, if you did like today's video, hit that thumbs up button because we do greatly appreciate it and all the help it does give us to our channel. So once again, thank y'all for joining me for this one. I will see y'all in the next episode as we near the end of the season. So as always, everybody, stay safe and well, y'all know how it goes. Later, y'all.